Hello everyone, it is Toby from Toby's Urban Sketch, and today we are thinking about thumbnailing and why to do it. So thumbnailing is the art of drawing very quick, small sketches which help you perhaps plan a sketch. It might be anything from we're doing a little portrait, so here's our little man looking down, or we're doing a sort of busy street scene, so here's our little street, and how do we plan it out? What's the point? What are we trying to achieve with these thumbnails? Well, let's have a little look at a reference photo and see what a thumbnail might add for us. So here's our photo. We can see quite interesting, lots of big shadows going on here, lots of details in this building, more shadows and greenery, bit of a big gap here. So let's see what happens if we go back to our paper and we do a quick thumbnail sketch of it, just using it as it is. And this is where we just do really big shapes. We don't worry about details. So we're just really quickly trying to capture what would our finished image look like if we did it as we're sort of planning now, as we frame it now. And well, it's okay, isn't it? It's okay, but there's an awful lot going on, and there's also a huge amount of space. So this whole area in front is just a gap, and then there's this huge sky which is just a gap. Now that's fine if we want to make this all about that sky, but how are we possibly going to get all these details in on such a small sketch? So perhaps we go back to our reference photo and we have a think again, or in real life we use our fingers. We can put them together as a frame and we can hold them up. So that's when you do this and you look at your scene through your hands, and you can start making that sort of smaller or bigger and try and work out what's the best frame going to be. So with our reference photo we can cheat and we can just zoom it in, can't we? So what do we think if we zoom in like this now? And we don't have to have literally zoomed in. We can just decide we're going to do another thumbnail, and then so if we were to sketch out this scene now, it might look something like this. So we've got a much bigger focal point, we've got this kind of smaller gap, and we've got these buildings just providing a little bit of contrast, kind of looming in on the side. And I would argue that this is a much more compelling image than this. And it's been sketched in a very similar way, but just from this very quick, brief thumbnail, we can already start working on our composition. Now, how else does this help though? Well, we can use simple things like hatching. So if we take a little box and we hatch, we immediately build up tone. So we can now use this kind of simple hatching. If we squint at our reference or squint at what we're looking at in real life, we can start applying just these bits of hatching to work out, where are the shadows in this image. And why is this useful? Well, when we come back and we start sketching or painting our sort of real image, our final image, then it's really useful to have this this reference where you can go, where did I think the shadows were? When I was really just focusing on the shadows, where did I think the shadows and the darkest tones are? And do they work? And again, you can kind of see, if we've just gradually built this up, that actually these sort of simple shadows really do bring the image to life. And beyond that, if we think about a different scene, so we've worked out that this is great for composition and shadows, but it can also be good for thinking about how we add details. So I don't know, why not imagine this same scene? We got this street here. Perhaps we wanted to add some people in, or we wanted some lampposts, or both of the above, which aren't actually in the image, not in the reference. Or maybe they are in the reference, or maybe we're in real life and there are people walking past, but they're not just sat there still for you to capture exactly where they are. And so we can practice adding people in, we can practice adding these details or inventing details. And we can do that by really simply, so all I'm doing is, if I do the people big, I'm just doing something like this. Just a circle, sort of a triangle, and an upside down triangle, and then we can pop them into our scene and go, you know what, they do work actually, they work. And if we put someone in the foreground, these little details are, yeah, they're adding to it. So now I can work out where these people are going to be, and I can work out, you know, do I want them to be really bold figures? Do I want them to be light? Do I want a mix? Maybe this lamppost is going to end up in there, and this lamppost as well. And so we can use our thumbnails for inventing a few things or fixing details which would be otherwise very hard to fix because people are moving, because you know, the light is changing or whatever. So there's my really quick primer on thumbnails. That's how I use thumbnails. I use them to fix my framing, to add shadows and really start to come to terms with the big shapes and how I might want to add those darkest colours, and then by working out how people or details might fit into my sketch as well. I hope that's been interesting, just something to think about, see if you might want to incorporate into your sketching in general. And thank you very much for watching, of course.